The Nerlin Nerds podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Nerlin Nerds with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the pop culture topics that interest us and those minor details that irritate us. Oh, Under the Banner of Heaven?
Mormon fundamentalists
Yeah.
are fucking Nazis. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah. It's a very fascinating facet offshoot.
And like Joseph Smith was murdered.
Yeah, in Missouri.
And then Brigham Young was like, watch this. Hold my beer, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's the one that moved them out west.
Correct.
Because they were...
I didn't realize like they had their own little swap. Like, I kind of figured what they call it, that's Mormon country. Utah, present day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just went out there and went, I'm going to marry 45 people, women, and I'm going to kill anybody that comes close to us.
Correct, yes.
Wow.
It's fascinating because it's, whether you... Not getting into the ins and outs of the present day LDS Church and the effective cult FLDS
Colorado City.
option. Yeah.
Whoa.
Right. But that's why. Yeah. That's all. Why or at least the FLDS is always looking for, which like the original Mormons were looking for, pockets where people don't really go.
Right.
So that they can live out their lives. Which, again, they're.
You know what? Good on you. Fuck it. I don't give a shit if you're not fucking lynching people that come close to you. How about that? Okay. At any rate.
We're talking about in the context of American Primeval
because
and American Western history.
Yes.
Yeah.
Burger, the Fort.
Yeah, yeah.
That's his name, Burger?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Because I think this was told through, like, the lens of one of his writings or something.
That makes sense, sure, yeah.
I think when I looked it up after the massacre in episode 1, just to see, like, are they basing this on anything? But it was loosely based on his interactions with everybody.
Again, yeah, nobody knows, how violent it was, but yeah, all those events took place.
Right, like the massacre that led to this story, which
actually reminds me of... I'm trying to find the actor's name. Shea Wiggum. Bridger.
Yeah, Bridger, yes.
Shea Wiggum.
That dude's awesome.
I love that actor.
That dude's fucking amazing. Yeah. And everything he does, he shines.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Just like not Paul Dano. Who was the one who got scalped?
The actor is Dana DeHaan.
That dude.
Yeah,
awesome as well.
Oh. Yeah, he was the second Hobgoblin in the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Yes, exactly. He was also in that movie with Michael B. Jordan. Doesn't matter. The movie was great. The acting was fantastic. The guy who played Brigham Young always plays like that.
He's really good at a psycho.
Yeah, he really is.
He was in Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, he pops up somewhere, but yeah, he can do that like quiet rage really well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Him and Bridger's interactions back and forth to tit for tat, it was perfect. And then first of all, when you have religion and outlaws and
that's a Brock sandwich right there.
And, Native Americans in the West.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. And very violent.
Yeah.
The French people.
Yeah, that's one of those like you forget, but then you think about it like that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you'd have, everybody would be coming out to those territories to be able to do whatever the fuck they wanted.
It's like, look, free land, nobody can control me.
Yeah.
cool. If I know how to hunt.
There's one federal marshal for the whole territory.
Correct. You mean like for thousands of miles? Great. If somebody comes across, I can hunt, I can do this, and I can live, and I can fuck my own family, and we can look all weird. And if somebody comes through, we'll kill them and eat them. Sorry. We will rape them, kill them, and eat them.
There you go.
Whoa. That actor's pretty good. She reminded me of Rebecca Ferguson.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, I mean, that seems to be the trend now. Like, whether it's Jodie Comer, this was Betty Gilpin. Like,
is she British?
No, I think Betty Gilpin's American.
Oh,
but yeah, there definitely is a thing
there's a
going
type
on
at this point.
Yeah, like like the Rebecca, like this like supposed to be like no makeup, subtle beauty, but like can be. It
ain't subtle.
Well, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's not like
natural beauty.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Wow, and she was great.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, even the two kids, the Native American kid and the little kid or gimpy kid was.
And he really turns gimpy. that poor fucking kid.
Yeah.
Jesus, he's gonna be a badass.
But yeah. I mean, he had one of the best lines like before they cauterize this wound, like it's only pain.
Right.
Like, fuck, dude.
And that when he was like, okay, oh my god, I'm like, oh, my whole body tensed up. Needless to say, it was great. I loved it. And this is before we get into they stole one of the Mormons.
Yeah.
That lived.
Yeah. So, I mean, just to get to what you were asking about originally, like the ending, like in terms of like an epic, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. I mean, half the people in Lonesome Dove died before the end of it, but you just again, dramatic effect. I'm fine with it, but then the guy shoots his own wife when he's in the when they're raiding the Native or the Shoshone camp.
Yep.
Because she's all painted up because she's effectively joined them because they saved her. Yeah.
Especially after I really
the whole build up for it, and then that's what you get.
Yeah, I really didn't like that at all.
And then and I mean, 90% of the Netflix audience is gonna like it, but she falls in love with Taylor Kitsch by the end, and then he one last chance to save him, but then it was like, oh, let's give up on our original thing and let's go to California.
His whole thing was like, you were naive as fuck, and I feel bad for you, so I will help you get here.
Right.
We're going to go through a whole bunch of terrible shit to get there. Yes, I care for you. Thank you for giving me humanity again.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go back to my fucking hole. I get it.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, I'm glad he came back and saved her. I knew that kid once he watched his brother
There was just
die.
a couple of cliches in there, which I get. Cliches are cliches for a reason, and I get that. But.
And I get that you have to wrap this up nice, even though it was 6 episodes of fucking hardcore, just like it didn't fucking stop ever. So I get it. Anyways, watch it. It's great. It really is
fun.
And it was, like I said, easy watch.
I'm betting it's better than Kevin Costner's movie.
What are those
that
things
Horizon
called?
or whatever.
Horizon shit. I see it. And I'm like, oh man, they're doing a new video game.
No,
it's Kevin Costner. It's fucking boner for the West. We get it, dude. We get it.
All right.
You know what else he couldn't do was play a real Wyatt Earp. Just fuck that guy.
Man, you're on point with these transitions tonight.
Thanks. It's been a minute. I've been sick. I got fucking my head clear. It's mockumentary.
Fun.
I mean, it's a documentary, I guess, but
because
they play it out.
A dramatization
of whatever. It was great, and I like how it had a little humor to it as well.
Sure.
Like, here's what really happened.
With that, and you. I mean, you get into it because, most of us get into it because we all love Tombstone growing up. And you go like, there's no way Ike Clanton was like that bad, and then like he was even worse.
He was worse than all.
He was a bigger pussy then
And who was it? Stephen Lang who played him?
Yeah.
Right? And like you didn't
but like
think
Stephen
about
Lang played him as like who is that, or the like a I had it and I lost it, but he was in a bunch of John Wayne movies, but like we're going to this wagon train.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And he played him like that, like he'd start a fight and then he'd get the fight, wait, and then he'd run away.
Right, and then he'd twist it and he'd be like, so here's what really happened. Right. Like propaganda. This motherfucker was the king of propaganda.
So
before it was propaganda, like
it's fun to note, like like Tombstone wasn't just like completely, like like we know the story. Let's throw it over the top of going like, well, no, like that's actually more accurate than I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't a Curly Bill or a Johnny Ringo, but fuck it, like
Johnny Ringo's Johnny Ringo.
Yeah.
You can't. That guy doesn't exist in real life.
No, because he'd be too awesome.
Yeah, he would. He'd be more awesome than Doc. And I like the fact that they pointed out that he was a doctor and that they literally said, just drink whiskey. It'll help that.
Get dry air and
what
whiskey.
What do they call it? Consumption.
Yeah.
Right.
Or tuberculosis.
Well, yeah, but consumption.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Go to the dirt and drink whiskey. Okay.
All right.
Whatever you say. And get good at gambling. So, yeah. I guess I didn't understand the whole national dynamic of it.
Yeah.
Because people forget that, like, you had all this shit going on in the West, but there were, like, fucking metropolises in the East.
Right. Yeah.
Like, they were big cities. So, yeah, I guess that makes sense. That's why cowboy comics and cowboy stories were all the rage back then.
Oh, yeah.
Radio.
And
listening to a Roy Rogers and shit.
Well, I mean, you had the Buffalo Bill Cody traveling show, and that's why, I mean, he made so much money because, all the debutantes in the cities wanted to hear about the crazy wild West.
All those psychopaths out there in the Wild West.
But then it turns European investors off. And then you have a megalomaniac like J.P. Morgan who's like, no.
And you're thinking, you're going, this motherfucker stayed in London for months and then finally went, that's enough, I gotta go fix shit.
Yeah.
And came back to the United States to fix shit.
No,
he did.
Well, no, he did.
He assured. No, he didn't. He told the president or whatever. We're not.
It was. I mean, the West was always an eventuality, which is actually very well portrayed in Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2 of like the disappearing West.
Yeah.
And but no, I mean like J.P. Morgan to I'm trying not to
you better hurry. You got a minute.
Well, yeah, no, I make it do it, but like I mean this was a dude like there was. But I'm getting my documentaries mixed up because I can't remember if it's in the Wyatt Earp and the Cowboy Wars where they talk about the railroads.
Yeah.
And how okay.
Yep.
Because I've also been teaching about the Gilded Age, and so I've been watching.
This is all about he was trying to get funding so he can own the railroads because Wells Fargo's stagecoach just kept getting robbed. He was like, "Fuck it, let's put them on trains, but I need funding so I can monopolize all of that."
Right, and so like the whole thing was like, so we have like 8 railroad companies. They're all fucking run by idiots.
Give me money and I'll fix all this shit.
I now own them.
Exactly.
And then I will, I'll fix it.
Imagine that. J.P. Morgan. Fucking douchebag.
He was actually good at doing so. I mean, even though it's not ethical.
Like Wells Fargo, they've been fucking people for thousands of years. All those people. Watch the documentary. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's an easy watch.
If you like Old West stuff, it's really good.
If you don't, fuck off. It's that simple.
The following segment has been brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Nerlin Nerds podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.